there's something, no, I'm gonna stay focused. I have to be aware of this arm coming in and collecting my head in any sort of fashion. So I have to always make sure that I have frames here, blocking, and I can use this to push this arm across if he really commits to the face. The other thing I need to watch out for is this top arm getting inside space here and starting to open up my knee shield. Now my knee can't connect to his chest, I don't have a knee shield anymore. I can come here, boom, this is good for me. If somebody commits to putting their arm inside, I'm gonna try to pinch and make a connection here. A couple other little details on the feet. It's become quite common now to turn the toes down and use that extra little hook. I honestly feel like it doesn't matter that much, whether I do that or not. It doesn't really change anything for me, so I don't worry about it, but if you wanna hook with the toes here, you absolutely can. It's kind of nice if Diliar tries to stand up from here and pop back. I have that little hook. It's not gonna really, just stand up. It's not gonna really stop him, and I gotta be careful because some of you might be flexible and you think you can hook your toe underneath the front of his shin. If I do that, look, slowly, yeah, toe holding me, look. It's basically inside heel hook. So, I don't know. A lot of people are teaching this hook, but I think you have to understand the risk of it, is that if I go too deep, he can foot lock me in a very quick movement. Like Eric's match, where he hurt his knee. He's got a video, if you haven't watched Ask Eric, I'm sure he'll show it to you. You can see like the guy grapevines Eric's leg and tweaks his knee in a way, and the knee just snaps back to like where the knee should have been. And it's like that kind of injury is, they come on, it happens so quickly. So I was like, for me, part of self-defense is not getting hurt and not putting stuff in dangerous places. And that little hook right there is a potential dangerous place for a knee injury to happen. So I try to avoid this kind of stuff. Same with, well, I won't get into it anymore, but just know that that's an option and it does have viability, right? But it's also not that important. So for me on the bottom side here, I'm gonna keep my frame centered in Diliar's chest. I don't want it down here because if he decides to sprawl on me, he collapses my knees, I no longer have a knee shield. It's gonna be easy for him. So my main objectives would be to keep this knee up and elevated. I like it in the sternum, and I always try to connect my feet. My body type allows me to have a good frame connection here, and I don't want to be, I either want to be all the way in, under this guy here, or I want to be all the way out straight, so it's hard for him to get close to me. So just as a base for knee shield, I want you guys to start in the position. He's going to have hand on the hip, and you're just going to play from here just for a minute, making sure that he doesn't get to collect my face, and making sure that I'm not getting caught like in this sort of middle ground. Because here, look, it's easy for him to reach my face. If I block him here, it's easy for him to go here, drop the elbow, and now he's still controlling my head in a different way. Whereas if I'm here and he tries to make that same reach, you know, he's giving me things that make my life way easier. So, from the knee shield, I just want you guys starting here, maintaining connection, top player pressure in, you know, try to grab their face, try to put this hand on the inside space, and bottom player, your job is to deal with all of these things that he throws at you, just very simply. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Just a quick show of hands, how many of you feel more confident in the bottom of knee shield than the top? All of you guys feel confident in the top of knee shield?
It's more confident.
I think
Not
we'll-
a lot of it.
Oh, more confident.
Yeah.
It's better to be on my back.
So there's no confidence on either side of that position. So really, this is an attack position for me. The only thing he can do is pass, and passing knee shield is really difficult. Really difficult. If you watched ADCC this year, and I hope you didn't, see Jen's better, there was the ability for people to pass knee shield was almost nil. They spent 8-minute rounds just stuck in the top of knee shield, unable to pass. And if they did get a pass, they probably won the fight, and they probably won the whole tournament because it was so hard to pass anybody's knee shield. Especially in no-gi, there isn't a lot of closed guard, almost no closed guard. It's mostly half guard and open guard stuff. So knee shield is probably one of the most difficult guards to play from Diliar's position because there's so many attacks for me down here. So the first attack we'll look at is kind of the obvious one. He's gonna have to extend this arm somewhere to do almost anything, right? Any extension he gives is gonna lead to Kimura. So that's, if I can get here, if I grip the wrist, he knows exactly if there's a Kimura coming. Everybody who's been training more than 6 months knows what's coming next once you make this wrist grip. So Dustin's all about like, no, come up here, snake arm, then make the grip, and then come back here and get your finish. So we'll start with this one. I have my knee shield, I'm framing, he's reaching for my head, I sit up and I wrap the arm here. I mean, I want to get all the way through, weaving to here, then connect the Kimura, keep it pinned to my chest, and turn him over for the finish. So again, we're playing, snake arm. If I get here, I mean, he's reaching for my arm, go ahead, keep going from here. Right? This second grip is definitely going to come. Pushing, stuffing. From here now, Diliar has two choices. What are those two choices, Diliar? What would you do?
For me, I would lay on my left side.
Yes. So he could dump his hip. Right? Give me my sweep. Perfect. The other option he has, I'm in knee shield. The other option he has would be to posture up, putting his hand on my hip and posturing. Right? So we're going to look at solutions for both of these things. But first, I want you guys to look mainly at getting that snake arm wrapping to the Kimura. Don't finish the Kimura yet, just wrap to it, get to here, and then reset. Do 3, catch it. Look, don't keep it away into your chest the whole time, super tight. Make sense? Let's go. And oddly, just even at the Silvio seminar, this came up, like the grip on a Kimura. Grip like this with the thumb, grip like this. Most of the time, it's taught that this is a thumbless grip. That's not correct. It could be either. You can break the guy's arm the same with both. But if you think about it, from certain angles, this is actually a weaker grip. This thumbless grip, pull your hand towards you, Diliar. I can't really grip him that way. Pull your hand towards you. Right? I still have connection. This is more like, this is taught this way because Kimura is actually like a push grip here. And my thumb being out allows me just to force the push. But to be honest, nothing changes here. I'm still pushing him with the thumb, right? So from the top position, from the top position is more noticeable that he can defend by pulling this, breaking apart this grip. So Kimura, although often taught, especially on Instagram, as the thumbless grip is stronger, it's not. It's actually exposing a weakness in the grip. Here, Diliar can pull his hand back, and I really can't stop it. I mean, I can still finish the Kimura, hopefully, but look, he's already starting to hide the hand, man. I'm starting to lose this whole position. If I would have went here to begin with, do the same thing. He doesn't have that option anymore. So if you're worried about like, oh, I saw on YouTube, you know, thumbless grip for Kimura because it's a push, don't worry about it. Silvio bearing confirmed. This thumb is just fine. In fact, it's probably better here than here, because here it's not helping you at all. Here it is. Why would you give something away that's helping you? So just thought I'd mention that to you guys. And I've thought about that for a long time myself, but to get it confirmed last night was pretty cool. All right, so again, we're up, snake arm, catch, thumb grip, boom. I pull this arm into my chest all the way. I'm gonna finish the Kimura here, pushing towards his head, right? It's a little bit different because I'm flat on my back and I'm in a knee shield, not like a regular guard. Regular guard, I wanna change this whole angle, coming like here, but Diliar can roll over his shoulder right now, yeah, which is what happened, I think Daniel and, who's Daniel's partner? Yeah, you guys, this is what happened, right? Like he just kept going with the momentum. Totally fine, you can roll through with it, who cares?
Does the thumbless grip work better when you're on top?
No, thumbless grip's worse on top. Here, same thing. Pull your hand towards you. Pull your hand towards you. In fact, Silvio even said like to grip inside the hand. Pull your hand towards you. That's super strong. Where the thumbless grip matters was from Americana, from here. Right here, the thumbless grip is good. Here is actually bad. Diliar, if he can pull his hand towards his head, he can actually break my thumb on the Americana. So this is the place to have a thumbless grip where it makes sense. This, not as good. So yeah, it definitely matters on top. It's actually somebody was talking from the top position predominantly. Oh yeah, back to the knee shield. Knee shield. Sorry guys, blah 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 in here today. So, snake arm, catching. Coming back, flat to my back, push this hand across the body, but I'm gonna like coil this elbow down and then push it across the body here. He can roll. And if you guys wanna play with this, go ahead and do your shoulder roll there. To alleviate pressure, I just follow up with him here. But I don't let go of the grip, super important. Now I switch the hips, I turn and I push the wrist away from me, here. He can defend this too. But it goes into a straight arm lock here, right? Really common reaction. Let's do a backwards roll. Can he? Yes, he can. All right, so again, snake arm, catch. Fall to the back. I want to get the tap here. He wants to roll through. There's a pole there. Hold. Stay connected with him, nothing changes. Shoot my hips. Look, if I stay down on the hips here and I try to finish the Kimura, he can sit up on me. Yes, now this is getting weird. So instead, my hips go towards his head. Now he can't sit up. I sprawl and finish this. This Kimura is different. Look at how straight his arm is. Boom. If you were here on Sunday night's class, we did the same arm bar, or the same Kimura. But we did it from here. It's the exact same mechanic on the finish. Right, same thing. But we're in the half guard. Yeah. My hips come up towards his head, extending, lift. Finish. Make sense?
Loose.
All right, let's go. I can't get the Kimura. When I want to finish the straight arm bar, it's actually this arm that's doing all the heavy lifting for me. As I turn him over, I have to be aware that if my grips are weak, pull your hand to your head. Yes, like that's the defense that I need to worry about the most. So I want to make it so as I turn him over, pull your hand to your head. Why not?
Can't do it.
Try it.
Can't.
You know what I mean? Like if I take the pressure off a little bit, now pull your hand to your head. It's easy for him. But the pressure, and I can't explain it, you have to feel it. This is what I want the white belts to keep working on. It's actually this arm that's doing the work here. Pull your arm to your head. Why not?
It's not what I can't do it.
Just try.
No, it's
Just
I'm
try.
armor myself.
You'll make it worse.
I'll make it worse.
That's what I want. I want you guys to get here. Look, I have a Kimura. I can't finish the Kimura from here because look what happens. I start sitting up. I want to finish the Kimura. He starts. Look, his head is way off the mat. If you think the guy's just going to sit here and let you break his arm, you have it wrong. He's going to push you over, and he's going to get on top of you. And now you're going to have to start the whole thing over again. This time he's probably got better defense. Look, he's going to re-Kimura you. You deserve it. You suck. Here, boom. Can't get the finish. Get your arm to your head, Delaire.
I can't.
That's what I want you guys. It's not like a lot of strength here. Look, this hand's like loose. Get your arm to your head. I can't emphasize enough, there's no grip on this hand, right? It's all this arm. This arm. Get your arm to your head. I can't. Right? It's important that you guys get this. Okay? White belts, that's what you're gonna work on. Blue belts. And Eric. You're going to work from the knee shield.
Oh, knee shield.
So the guy's not foolish. He's not giving us the arm that we want, right? So for us, we have a couple options. We're gonna close the distance. We're gonna go all the way in. I'm gonna push with my knee. See what happens? Push with my knee. Dive all the way underneath of him here. I'm gonna bring this knee all the way through. I'm gonna catch straight into the knee bar. Pushing with the knee. Get a reaction out of him. Diving. My hand goes into the back through the armpit, and I'm going to bring this knee all the way through and connect it to the top of his thigh. As I pull with my arm up, this leg circles through and I collect it to the ear side here. Because I'm on this side, I could probably do better here. It's a very tight knee bar, but honestly, I don't think you need to make any adjustments here. You're going to get the finish. If you can't, we're going to let it drop, answer the phone, and finish it here. The finish is going to be my heels coming back here. Boom. It's a good knee bar entry because it leads to like a lot of cool outside ashi stuff. Again, pushing, diving, arm inside, knee inside space. Pushing him away, connecting. Circling through, catching the knee bar here. You can finish straight up and down. You can finish here. You can go here. You can go here. Anything will work, right? But the entry is what I want you guys to work on. Make sense? Let's go. My ankle, completely forgot about his own ankle on the far side, just left it alone. It's really common. So in all positions, like we have to be aware that if my foot's out of position, I'm in trouble. So in this case, he could come from here, and then maybe I'd start knee barring him here, but I'm leaving my feet like unattended in front of his body. He's got a toe hold right there. Look, his rotating foot lock that's gonna twist apart my shin, my knee, my ankle, and the middle of my foot is way more destructive than what I'm about to try to do to his knee. This is a giant joint. Look, his leg's still bent this way. My foot is already on the verge of breaking, right? So this is a bad investment. I hip in, he hips in. I'm gonna lose this battle. So when we attack the legs, we have to make sure that he can't reach my feet. Right, good, now we're in position, attack my feet. Look, now we're in a bit of danger, right? I'm starting to hide my feet, but he slipped into the heel hook. So this position, 50-50, look, we have the exact same opportunities on each other. This was like one small motion out of this knee bar from here, right? So when you start, like some of you guys are just learning, is just starting to get into leg entanglements, like be aware of where your feet are, because almost all the time, if I'm attacking his feet, he's one small motion. In this case, if he can turn a little bit to his left, he's one small motion away. Now he's already exposed my feet. Look, I can't break this anymore. But look, he's starting now to set up attacks on my feet. And this again, inside heel hook against, what do I have? Nothing. He's gonna win the battle. In this case, I want you guys to be aware of like, where are my feet? And I want your partner to look at how accessible is it? What do I need to do to expose a foot? Either foot. What can I do to change the angle to turn this around? And this is gonna make your leg entanglement game way more interesting and way more effective. Right, so again, here, here, here. Attack my feet, Delier. Right, this is ideal. Can't even see him. Good. Can you turn here in any way to get to my feet?
Nope.
Can you try?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
Right, so check the positions and make sure that you're not just exposing something and giving something away. Right, blue belts, keep working on that. For the white belts, does the white belts all get the Kimura basics first? I got one more little thing for you guys, because all right, if somebody attacks a Kimura on you, this is not real. Here, boom, hands to the hip, posture up. My Kimura, better than his, okay? He gets Kimura on you, and everyone, like if you roll with Chris, Chris will give you this Kimura, just so he can counter you. It's all, he's like, this is fun, I love this. Boom, sit up, push, my Kimura. Just practice reversing the Kimura. Make sense? White belts, reverse Kimura, blue belts, protect your feet.
I noticed that you had your thumb on top.
Yeah, habits. Because honestly, I learned this.
No, I was just making sure that.
No, it's like, it's just for me, it's a habit that I've been like trying to undo, because honestly, this is better. I mean, you're gonna break the arm either way,
Yeah.
but you're giving him an out at the moment. All right, let's go.